Hey everybody, welcome back to the Suikoden walkthrough. We are, I believe, about to head back to the headquarters. Not exactly sure. Not remembering exactly what part we're at here, but shouldn't take too long to figure that out. Okay. Alright. 3 months after defeating Kwanda's army. Looks like everything's going A-okay. Okay. What am I doing? What's going on here? That was weird. Totally random. See, Pon and Cleo are always hanging out in the same room. What's going on there? What's happening? It's kind of weird. Alright, we got some sort of little get together here. Okay. So Flick finally makes his entrance. Hey, who is this guy? Alright, so Matthew spills the beans there. I don't know why I took that top option. That's like, I don't know. There was a while there where yeah, it made sense to keep Odessa's death a secret, but I mean this is Flick, so he's not really. I mean, at the very beginning of the whole, I guess, meeting with the Liberation Army, it was Sanchez there, Humphrey, Victor, and Flick. So they're more or less the head honchos of the Liberation Army. So it just it wouldn't make sense to keep trying to keep it hidden, especially from Flick of all people. Oh, Flick just throws a fit. Don't want to be with these scum, do you? Alright. Victor joins the party. I don't think you can actually take anybody else with right now. I'm not sure. I think I just ran around talking to people that I thought I could maybe alter my roster or my party setup with, but there really isn't any need to. If you go right to where Flick is at, you can't get into any enemy encounters anyway. So if you're worried about safety, put your mind at ease. So obviously here I got a bunch of Mangash, and I farmed up a ton of Chaos Shields as well. So yeah, it looks like I have at least, how many did I have there? Did I have 8, 9, something like that? I don't know. I spent a long time at Kwanda's castle. It's probably needless to say if you've if you've spent any amount of time there trying to get the Mangosh. As they are extremely rare. And not all that much fun to try to get. You know, in hindsight, I really should have just come back, I guess, with a better party setup. You know, that would have been a much better decision. But I figured since I was there, and I think I was kind of prioritizing another game at the time, so I was just kind of doing or playing this in my, I don't know, downtime from one of my other games. So that's how it all worked out. But you know, I guess if I was to make a recommendation, I would wait, you know, until you can at least alter your party and take some other people, because Kiramimi is not that, I don't know, is not a big fan of him. Valeria's not so bad, but anyways. So Flick is at, I think this was this Sasuke's old place or something like that, or I'm pretty sure this is where he was at before. Of course we'll join forces. Alright, so, you know, it looked like Flick just needed to cool off a bit. Although, you know, it doesn't sound like he's still real thrilled yet that McDowell here is the hero, or the leader still, but, well, I guess that's just the way it is right now. Alright, and I believe this is the scene to indicate that we have upgraded the headquarters. I forget if this is level 3. I think it is. I think this is 3. You know, and the crummy thing about that of upgrading the headquarters is the layout changes, you know, a couple of times. So it stinks to, you know, to get used to where a couple of the things are at and then have it switch up. But I guess the good thing is if you're keeping up on recruitment, you know, your headquarters should upgrade at the same time mine does, and thus you know, it won't be so confusing. And it's not a bad idea to just kind of take a cruise around, you know, and just familiarize yourself with the way it's set up. Now, I don't think it changes much from 3 to 4. There might be some minor stuff, like some of the off. I should maybe say some of the less traveled areas, but like your I think from once it hits 3. The vault stays at the same spot, and the inn and the merchants are all on the first floor there. So it's a little, you know, again, once it hits rank 3, I don't believe, you know, any of like the main or high trafficked areas change at all. So, you know, I guess if there's a good time to familiarize yourself with the place, it's probably now. Alright, so here, this battle here, I don't think it's, oh yeah, this is, no, I'm sorry, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So this is actually a pretty easy fight. I think this is probably the only time in the game where the Imperial Army has less troops than we do. I could be wrong, but yeah. Anyways, all right. Let's see who we use. Again, you know, I always use the merchants first, and maybe that's not a good idea because it never ever seems like it works. So maybe there's a better time to use them. I'm not sure. Forgive us, we have failed. Like usual. And I use my thieves. Just to try to see if we can get... Alright, so the enemy's next plan is charge. So obviously that means we're going to need to use a magic attack. If they're using a magic attack, use your bow. And if they're going to use a bow attack, just charge them. The great thing about when they try to charge, you know, when you use magic, you don't lose any troops whatsoever. Same if they try to use magic and you use your bow attack, you won't lose any troops. I'm sorry, I don't know. Alright, so here's the best guess. And in all honesty, it would have made the most sense here since I didn't know what was going to happen. The best skill to use would have been the bow attack. But it's looking like I went for a charge attack instead. So we'll see. That ended up working out okay. That actually ended up working out perfect. Because if I would have selected magic there, I would have got wrecked pretty bad. Bow attack, you know, still would have been okay. But charge actually ended up being the best move there. They act big, but they're nothing. Wrong. The enemy is careless right now. It's our chance to... Yeah, I know. So obviously this was, you know, that was not something that that I would normally do, and I remember when I first thought about this, I was like, oh great, yep, that means that there is, you know, this is a bad idea. Basically, I just had that like kind of gut feeling that this wasn't that great of an idea. Because Pawn and Flick were like, no, we gotta rush him right now. And Matthew is just, you know, he's obviously the strategist, and he's saying, whoa, no, we gotta, you know, we shouldn't be attacking if we don't know what they're doing. Alright, so it doesn't actually matter what you do here. They just basically wipe you out. I don't think you can lose any characters though. Like, you know, in that case where I used luck, and you know, I just basically got destroyed. I don't think you can actually lose any of your 108 or any of the 108 stars. So. So sometimes I have hunches. And here it doesn't matter. You can tell him to stay, but you gotta, you know, you have to agree. So I took a cut here just because I did a bunch of I sorted out a bunch of my inventory and stuff. So all right, so Quincy here won't join. Yeah, Quincy won't join for a while yet. He we'll be back later to grab him. But basically, you have to have a certain amount of people recruited before he'll join. All right. Let's have a look at Tian. Beer Blanche. So Milich apparently went around and renamed all the towns. And here we finally have Hellion. She's a pretty decent magic caster. I never actually ended up using her, but she is pretty decent. But her real usefulness though is the fact that when she joins us, we get to take this blinking mirror here, and I would just recommend keeping that on the hero at all times. Because so it's an item in your inventory, and you got to be careful though, because I think you can destroy it and sell it and stuff, and obviously you don't want to do that. That mirror actually, when you use it, brings you back to the headquarters, and I believe you can use it anywhere on the world map. You can't actually you can't be inside a dungeon and use it, but as long as you're on the world map, you can hit that baby and it'll take you back to the headquarters. So obviously it is quite useful, paired up with Vicky. So you can teleport around really fast and thus not spend a bunch of time walking around on the world map. But there are I don't know why I kept bugging him. That guy won't join us for a little while. But one of the things I would say, or one of the things that I do is I generally run around to all the different cities or notable places, I guess. Once I get to an area, just so that in case I need to teleport there, I will have had it, unlocked it. And here, Aki or something like that. So he says I'm 4 levels short of him joining me, and I don't know what level I am right now. I'll try to keep my eyes peeled, but it won't be long, and we'll be able to grab him too. Let's see, what can this guy do? Alright, looks like we can sharpen our weapons up a bit here. I think maybe this guy goes to 12. Yeah. Okay. So, obviously I definitely would recommend sharpening to 12 here. Sharpen up Odessa Plus. Okay, what else to discuss here? That other guy that said that we were 4 levels short, and I'll actually speak about it a little bit more once we actually can get him. But he has the what's that called, the double strike rune, and it's okay. What it does is your character will make basically he'll auto attack, or when you use the attack command, he'll attack 2 different targets if 2 targets are available. So it's at least kind of useful. The only problem is once you're down to 1 enemy, it won't attack that enemy twice, unfortunately. So when you're fighting groups, it can be kind of okay, but again, in all honesty, that rune is not that great. Or it wasn't for me, and maybe it was because I was sticking it on some really slow people. Maybe on like a long-ranged, quick character, it would probably do a little more good. Somebody that's got actually a decent attack rating, but yeah. So I mean, on certain people, it's probably okay, but again, I had it on I think I actually ended up putting it on Victor, and he's really slow, so he ends up, you know, attacking last, and by then a lot of the enemies are already dead, so you just don't end up getting a whole lot of use out of it, unfortunately. And there's actually somebody to recruit here, but I don't know if they're here right now. Oh yeah, here. Lot. Is this Lot? Yeah. Alright, so Lot says if you find her cat Mina, she'll join you. And her cat is in the town that's got the dock. The one that that Tai-Ho joined us in, as well as Meg. I forget the name of it now, but I'm sure I'll end up going there pretty soon. Okay, so this boat here is actually required. We need to take this boat down to, oh, what's this place called down here? Oh, you know what? I think I did this too early though. We're actually, I think I maybe, oh no, maybe this is the time to do it. Yeah, no, this is it. I'm sorry. Anyways, there's a place down here that we need to get to. Unfortunately, there's a little, I don't know, it's like a whirlpool or something right here. So this boat isn't strong enough to pass it. Rapids, okay. But you have to interact with that. You have to actually interact with the rapids there to continue. And then this is a dead end down here. I was just cruising around. Just because I'm bad and I don't know what to do. Oh, maybe that's a little harsh. Maybe not though. We'll see how this all ended up turning out, but it seems kind of odd. Like I felt like I missed, or like that scene there doesn't make much sense because, okay, we can't do this with an order. Maybe I missed some dialogue somewhere, but like I don't know how we were supposed to know to even go down that way. And again, you know, this has already been a couple of weeks since I've played this, but I must have missed like some dialogue, because to me it just doesn't make sense that we would even, you know, go down. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. But basically, you know, that we need to find a way to get into Milich's castle, and because obviously we got destroyed when we tried to man mode our way in, and we need some way to counteract Milich's poison. Alright, so here's Sun Air. I've gotten an opal. That's a little hint there. This is Sun Air Prison. We're gonna end up being here, or coming here in a little bit, so it's not a bad idea to just stroll on over here so that you can teleport here later. But there's a character that we'll be able to recruit with the opal later, and the opal, the only place to get it is the Sun Air Prison, and obviously that NPC, the guard there, actually just gave us the hint. And here is the Kai McDowell combo, ripping it up once again. Man, I forgot how awesome that barroom looks. Just beating stuff down. All right, and here's Scarleticio, something like that. Scarleticio Castle, Milich's place. How about maybe we'll just leave it at that. It's a little bit easier to say. Alright, what do we have here? I think this is the Dragon's Den coming up here, and you know, same kind of deal with the Dragon's Den. I just came here. You can't actually do anything here, but I came here just so that I could teleport here later. You know, not, I guess not 100% necessary if you don't want to come here right now, but I don't know. I guess I was kind of like, why not? And wow, this stuff has a lot of health. Crunch. All right. Let's see what this guy says. No one is permitted to enter. Weird. Alright, so we're done there. We're done for now anyway. I'm trying to think if any of this stuff drops. Any good gear? Nothing's really coming to mind right now. I mean, I would almost say, gosh, just about everywhere in the game, you know, when you go to a new like area or like a new area of the world map, for the most part, there is a rare item, you know, that can be obtained or something, you know, that probably can't be obtained anywhere else. But this place is not ringing a bell, actually. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there actually is anything here or not. The master people. Wow, I actually got really low on health here. These things kind of mean business. That is a surprise. And I feel like I'm pretty well leveled here. So that's something else. I think that's the first time I've seen myself at that low. Probably since the beginning of the game. All right, and here we have another recruitable character, and I think right before, so we need the toe shoes. I think that's what those are called, to recruit Mina here, and I didn't. I think I actually just recently dumped them off in my in the vault. So the good thing is, blinking mirror only works outside. The good thing is they can be purchased right here in town. So, you know, if you haven't kept them, don't worry about it. And here's Esmeralda. She's the one that I was talking about earlier. She's recruitable with that opal, which, you know, you can't quite get yet, but very, very soon. Very soon we'll get that. And what does she say? She says something about, are we there to kidnap her or something like that? I don't know, maybe she's kind of vain. Why would she think that we're there to kidnap her? probably thinks this song is about her. This game is about her? That would maybe... I don't know. I'm going for obscure musical references, and I'm probably just failing. Oh, what do we have here? Alright, this is Kimberly. Take note that she is here. We will be coming back for her later. Oh ho, hello, it's the lovely Jean. And she just joins right away. So there we finally have our Rune Master. Which, by the way, Jean is fantastic in Suikoden 4. She's one of my favorite characters. I mean, not only because she's smoking hot, but she's like a ridiculous magic user. And you can get her really early too, so that's just even better. All right, what do we have here? I see some new ninja suits, and those things are pretty nice. Those are they have a speed bonus. I forget how much. I don't know. I can't remember if it's 10 or 15 or it's 10, 15 or 20, something like that. Probably easy enough to check for yourself if you pick one up and equip it, but they are very nice. And headgear. Oh, okay, so I'm still using half helmets, so obviously, so then the headgear as well is upgrades for probably almost everybody as well. Those flower seeds and the paint. So the paint you can just dump off in your actually the paint and the flower seeds you can bring back to your vault and just toss them in there for now. The paint is used for a mural. It's I don't know, if you collect all the paint in the game, you get an item that like lets you look at your characters from different angles or something in battle, which, you know, it's not very useful, but you know, whatever. And then the flower seeds are used to recruit another character as well. So it'll be a bit yet before we can actually get there, but we will make it sooner or later. All right, getting everybody all ready, it looks like. And all right, all you have to do to get a recruit Nina there is to toss on those toe shoes, or equip them on the main character, and then just interact with her, and she will do the dance. All right, and that's the lovely Mina. Mina is actually okay. She's an interesting character anyway. Unfortunately she's a short-ranged character. But that being said, if you put time into her, she gets decent stats at the end of the game. They're nothing. They're not anything fancy. You know, and I guess it's hard to justify using her just because you do get so many good characters that are short range. So, you know, it's hard to justify using her because of that, though. You know. But that being said, she's decent. She's a better magic user than a lot of people, but she kind of almost reminds me of the hero, like very similar stats towards the end of the game. And I forget the name of the kid there at the entrance of town, but he's recruitable too. After a while, you know, it's obviously not quite yet, but eventually we'll pick him up too. Crunch. Can really tell the difference with those with the weapons sharpened up. We made a really big jump in damage there. I don't think we can do anything here yet now. Alright, and I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, I can just teleport back to the HQ. Probably shore up some, I don't know, maybe some people's weapons or something. And probably sort out my inventory. But I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna pretty much cut this video here and just take care of what I need to take care of off screen. But anyways, that's gonna bring this video to a close. So like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But hope the guides are being helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. All right, thanks for watching.